declutter. So I could go on and on about why we need to let go, but I will not. I'll let go of that. So this is a huge problem. Most of us, the majority of us, have been taught to hold on and hold on tight to people, things, and experiences rather than to be open and generous with ourselves and with others by letting them go. Because it demands a certain amount of generosity and strong sense of value of oneself and one's presence in one's life to be able to let go. And so, in order to achieve letting go, we need to start having a deeper and presence with our own selves, with our bodies, with our space, with everything in our lives. So it's very interesting, but think about it. When we invite people into our lives, we get really attached, most of us. And then when it's time for us to let go of them and for them to leave, we get really upset. And then we start feeling all of our insecurities and we begin to feel as if the issues that we have not released from our childhood is recurring. So why not just release those issues first before we invite other people into our lives? Then they can come in and go, and the flow can happen in and out of our lives and in and out without it being an issue. And everyone really likes that when they can go in and out of people's lives without, or never even return without it being an issue. Nobody likes being forced to be in relationships longer than they're meant to happen. And look at the sun. The sun shines really brightly and really strongly. We all need the sun. All living beings need the sun. But we have to let go of it. When nighttime comes, we see the sun fading, but it's not faded. It's simply there. It's just that the earth is moving, and so other people are now getting the sun. And so a lot of people I know get depressed at night in the evening when the sun starts going. We think the sun is going down. It's really not. And if it's cloudy and they cannot see the sun, they get really depressed. But that's attachment. Attachment to things being as they are. Look at the moon. It's very interesting because we have this thing in our lives called a honeymoon. For people to go and get attached to each other by themselves, away from everyone else. But what if we had the opposite? What if we had parties and occasions around detachment, around letting go? We put our focus on things that seems to me that limits us and keeps hold us back from being evolved human beings. Because how can we evolve if we keep doing the same thing all the time, the same pattern, the same people in our lives? For growth to happen, we have to change, and everything has to change in our lives. So, to me and for me, decluttering our house is the same thing as decluttering our lives. Who wants to live in a place that is this cluttered? But yet we want people to stay in our lives for long, long periods of time, and we don't want to release them and let them go, even when it's time for them just to leave the earth. So we tend to really want to hang on and hold on and not release the very things that we need to release so that the joy can be unmasked, the joy that exists within us. So think about decluttering your life, the people in your life, the experiences in your life, the same as you would do a home. So here you've got a keep box, a donate box, and a box for trash. I would say recycle. So you need to look at your life. We all of us need to look at our lives. What is it that we'll keep for now? Remember, it's not permanent. Nothing on earth is permanent. We need to embrace impermanence. And I have another video that I'll be doing about impermanence. We need to learn to give away, to give experiences away to others and stop holding on to them. And we need to just totally let go and put things in the to be gone bin. Yes, that's the only way that we're going to live lives of magnificence and of generosity. we're not being generous in our lives, and we're not being generous to ourselves when we hold on and we hang on to experiences, people, places, or things. We've become hoarders, not just of things, but of each other and of experiences in our lives. We want to keep repeating the same thing over and over. Yet when we declutter our homes or offices or workspaces, oh my gosh, it gives us such a feeling of lightness, and all that letting go just brings in so much more room and spaciousness in our lives, and this feeling of well-being that we didn't have when we kept the clutter. And yet, this is what we expect to do still in our lives and not let go of people, places, things, and events, occasions. So, for example, a lot of people hang on to the idea of Christmas and the way it must be. And all of these things just create so much turmoil in people's lives. And the pleasant experiences that we had at those times all of a sudden decrease because they're not meant to be repeated. So we need to learn to unplug from all the things that we have been forcing to stay in our lives, from all the people we try to force to be in our lives, from the jobs that we force that we don't want to let go of. When we are told goodbye from a job, we need to welcome it and say, "Ooh, what else is out there for me?" We need to be excited and say, "Let me go and see what else I'm meant to be doing." Obviously, it's not that particular job or the place where it was or with the people with whom it was, and just embrace new people coming into our lives. Be willing to embrace new people constantly coming into our lives and enjoy the new ones and learn to let them go when it's time to let them go. Why? Because, as Brene Brown said, I define connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued. If you feel heard, seen, and valued in the people in your lives, dudes, then it's okay to let them go. You don't need them anymore to feel seen, heard, and valued. And when they can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance and strength from the relationship, there comes a point when there's no more sustenance or strength being at all derived from relationships. And that's when we need to move on and say, thank you so much to such a generous universe that this person came into my life. And now it's time to say bye bye. Ciao. Thank you so much. So the soul is here for its own joy, as Rumi said, not for things or to accumulate things or people or experiences in our lives, but just for its own joy. And there's nowhere we can find our own joy if we're hanging on. Any kind of hanging on only brings more misery. And again, Rumi said, what a joy to travel the way of the heart. And the heart always says, it's time to let go. It's time to move on. It's time to explore new horizons with others, with new people, new places, new experiences. Please, everyone, think about when you do things from your soul. You feel like a river, there's a river moving in you, a joy. It's the joy that's moving it within you. So rather than feel really upset and just trying to force somebody else to come into your life, let go and allow others to come in and release your own joy so that they can come in as well. This is so important to do. Remember, we're on this earth to see each other through. And once we do that, we have done what we're meant to do, and it's time to move on. Others are waiting for us. Other experiences are waiting for us. We'll never have them while we hold on to what is now. So I invite you today. What would you like to let go of? Please write in the comments today below. Please click the notification button and the subscribe button if this was of any assistance to you. And please think about what it is holding you back that you've not let go of in your life. Whether it's the past, whether it's past relationships that you're trying to recreate, whether it's the food that you people are so wrapped up in the food they used to eat, and they don't want to let them go and move into a whole new way of eating which serves their bodies in a much more sustaining way. And so they're constantly wanting to go back and eat certain things And that is why we create holidays, and we even have a menu that we must eat that menu all the time. People are always trying to recreate the same experience over and over, but we cannot. We need to let go of these things. That's why I don't celebrate any of these holidays. They're just there to block us and to keep us tethered. I say celebrate each and every second that you get to see a new moon. Each and every single time you see a tree for the first time, that you see a rose for the first time, that you meet yourself in a place of tranquility and beauty and truth and generosity for the first time. These are the celebrations we need to do of life. We're the only ones who hang on to the past and constantly trying to celebrate and recreate the same things over and over. We cannot do that. It's madness, it's insanity, and it only brings turmoil into our lives. So think about that and look forward to seeing you here again, same place. Click the subscribe button, notification button, and the thumbs up if this is a persistence tune, if you want more of this. So, thanks for listening to these elegantly raw tidbits, and please know that you matter. So, what you say and do is more important than who or what is in your life. Bye, everyone.